Hey guys, what's up? lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the brand new 2018 horror movie, Hellfest. Um, when the trailer first came out, I was very excited for it because it looked like a mainstream version of this C movie called Dark Ride, which came out a couple years back. The concept is you are at an amusement park, or at a dark ride at an amusement park, and then people start dying in the actual haunted attraction. Alright, so who's the killer, etc., etc. So that's what Hellfest is. These kids go to this Fright Fest, haunty thing in an amusement park called Hellfest, go to the different haunted houses, go to the different, shows, and meet the people in the costumes and stuff, and get scared. It's Halloween time. So the trailer made it seem like it was this elaborate, story. That it was like a really good story. And then 15 minutes into the movie, and I talked to my friend, and I'm like, dude, no. All of the dialogue between all the college kids just seemed completely improv. It did not seem like it was a script. And the villain wasn't, well shelled out. I don't know how to explain it. I was talking to a few people about it, and a lot of people were actually giving me crap about it. Me saying how bad this movie was, because it's a slasher film. Slasher films don't need a plot. It's just have fun. And I was like, no, but when the trailer depicts it a certain way, you're supposed to get what the trailer depicts. The only time that is allowed is, for instance, Cabin in the Woods. Everyone raves about that movie, and I can't stand that movie, but I give it credit, because the trailer for Cabin in the Woods, when was that, 2010, 2011? Chris Hemsworth is in it. The trailer in Cabin in the Woods had absolutely nothing to do with the movie. All you know is the kids go in a cabin, and it's in the woods, and then there's creatures and vampires and zombies and things attacking them and whatever. But the whole giant twist at the end is that it's actually a simulation, and Sigourney Weaver pops up as the head of this simulation company, and they're doing this to please the gods, and the gods need their blood sacrificed. Nowhere ever did you get that from the trailer. Again, I don't like Cabin in the Woods, but that's a great example of a horror movie twist of how the trailer perceives it to what it actually is. One of my favorite films, again with this, not even an analogy, explanation, is Better Watch Out, which is a horror movie from 2017. Christmas movie. So you have Dacre Montgomery is in it. I'm obsessed with that Australian. He is gorgeous. He plays an ex-boyfriend of one of these main characters. But in the movie, we're going to talk about this movie one day, soon, come Christmas time. The movie trailer perceives it as these robbers are trying to break into the house, and then the kids in the house are trying to defend themselves. But in the movie, it is complete opposite, that the kids are the ones luring people into the house to kill them. Amazing, because how do you get that movie from that trailer? It's super cool. I really loved how they did that. Very well done, trailer and movie-wise. Now, going back to Hellfest, why I went off on that little tangent is because the trailer for Hellfest perceived it as this amazing movie, and we got crap. That we got just a generic slasher film of blood, and it was stupid because it had a good plot, but it needed more. It needed substance. I needed to feel for these characters. I needed to understand this motive of this villain who doesn't say anything. You don't even see his face at all. And then people are arguing oh, well, you don't see Michael Myers' face, and oh, there's barely a plot in Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. And I'm like, bitch, please, there is a buttload of plot in all of those film series from the 80s. So you can't tell me that a slasher film doesn't need to have a plot, because all movies need a plot. It's mind-boggling. The only good things I can say about this movie is that the lighting was great, the set design was awesome, the costume design was awesome. I only knew one actor in the entire film, Bex. I forget her last name. She plays Pidge in Voltron, which is ending in December for season 8. They just announced it the other day at Comic-Con, and I'm already crying, but whatever. Did you see Hellfest? Did you like Hellfest? Do you agree with me that it needed a story? that you can't just enjoy a slasher film. Like, it needs a story. That's the point of going to the movies, is to escape into a story. Chafilo? Chafio. Mucho mahalo, guys.